Hey guys, we got a choice as Catholics. We could sit on the sidelines and watch as our children and grandchildren leave the Catholic faith, or we can get into the fight. We can fight the fight and win them back. Again, the choice is clear. You could sit on the sidelines and criticize the church. You could listen to these YouTubers bash the Pope, bash the Magisterium, bash the Catholic Church, tell you everything that's wrong with the Catholic Church, make fun of everybody that's in the fight, or you could get into the fight and ignore all that negativity coming at you. And you can win your family back to Christ. You know, you could sit on the sidelines and tell the world what's wrong with our Pope, or you could join our Pope in his magisterium in the greatest evangelization this church has seen in years. The new evangelization. Do you know, in Pope Francis' magisterium, the past 10 years, the Catholic Church has grown 10% worldwide. Yes, we're a universal church. And people say, well, it just kept up with population growth. No, the population only grew 9.1% in these 10 years. And this is when the world is getting secularized. This is when evangelicals are leaving the faith and they're becoming ex-evangelicals. That's like a term because it's so popular. When the Southern Baptist Church has lost 2 million members in the last few years. The Methodist Church has lost entire churches in the thousands. I think it's like 5,000 entire churches left the Methodists. So stop believing the lie of the devil that the Catholic Church is dying. Jesus told Peter, you are the rock, and on this church I'm going to build my, and on this rock I'm going to build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail. They're not prevailing. And if they're prevailing in your life, you need to do something about it. So I'm excited to tell you about a Bible study I'm going to do, Lord willing, this Saturday. It's going to be like a 5-part series. I'm going to be going through like 3 entire chapters of the Bible and several other verses. And I was going to do it like 5 different times or 4 different times, but I'm going to do it all at once. And then it's up to you guys. I'll tell you, like, this is part 1, part 2, and you can just pause it and tune in later on. But I'm really excited about it. Normally I do these videos and I just wing them. I've been studying these chapters my whole life, and I went back this week, and every morning during my devotion time, I've been reading, looking up the Greek, and every word, and we're going to go verse by verse. And I'm gonna, hopefully it'll blow you away the way it's been blowing me away. The Lord has just been blowing my socks off with what He's revealing to me in the Scriptures, and I just want to share that with you. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Tune in Saturday. Also, last Saturday, I don't know if you caught it, I went live with my friend John at Catholic for Rednecks. We had a lot of fun. It was a blast, and it was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. He's always bugging me to go live, and I'm just not, I work a lot of hours, I'm a blue collar guy, and honestly, I don't think I've called in sick in like 30 years, like since I was a kid, like men just don't call in sick, and I'm committed to that, I got to be at a certain place, I got to be at a certain place, a certain time, I got to be there for a certain amount of time, but when I'm off of work, I don't really like being committed to anything, and I love John, and I had so much fun. We were laughing probably the whole time, went over the time amount that we were going to do. But I just hate, he wants to do it like every Saturday, like make it a thing, like Catholic for Rednecks and Blue Collar Catholic. And I think it would be fun, it would be really cool, but I don't know if I could do it every week and commit. And Lord willing, I told him I'll let him know if I'll do it Saturday. He's like, oh, you got to let me know sooner, because last week I gave him like an hour notice. I'm like, hey, let's just do this, man. I want to learn how to do this live. Teach me how to do the live. Without my kids sitting next to me, doing everything. And it went smooth. So anyway, Lord willing, I'm going to do that this weekend as well. I'll go live with Catholic for Rednecks, and maybe we'll do it every week. But I just, this is why I don't belong to any clubs. Everybody in church is trying to get me to join something, and I just don't like being committed. You know, I work a lot of hours, and when I'm off, I just like to go with the flow. you know, I never know. You know, I got 5 kids, the 13th grandkid on the way. You never know what's gonna happen. You know, what's going on. I just like to, just kind of like to go with the flow. But we'll see. Maybe I can make that commitment. I'll pray about it. Maybe we do it really early in the morning before anybody wakes up. But then nobody will watch it. That's what he said last time. I didn't get a chance to notify anybody to watch it. And honestly, we didn't even discuss what we're going to talk about. Like, that didn't even come up. I just said, hey, I want to learn how to do this live thing. Can you do it today at 1:30? He said, how about 1? I said, yeah. So this was like 11 in the morning. I did it, and then I said, okay, I'm going to make a video now. So I made like a recorded video like I usually do on Saturdays. And then we went live, and so I just asked him, like, what's new with them? Like, what's new on your channel? What have you been teaching? What's the Lord been leading you? He starts telling me about his colonoscopy. And he's going into detail. And I couldn't stop from laughing. He's just a funny guy. He's as real as it gets, And but I guess I asked him what was new. And then he's telling me about Adderall, how it helps him keep his attention. And we agree about a lot, but I'm like always been like a RFK Jr. natural kind of guy since my early 20s, and he's more traditional with medicine. And I said, all drugs have side effects, and he's like, I don't know if he was joking or he was for real. Sometimes we don't know if we're each other or joking until later, but he's like, well, the only side effect is erectile dysfunction. I'm like, bro, I'd rather take a drug whose side effect is cancer before I took a drug whose side effect was ED. Just saying. But we had a lot of fun. We were just goofing around. But if we do it this time, I'll try and keep it more on what's happening in the church. We agree on a lot. We agree on 99% of things. Certain things we disagree on, and maybe we'll bring that up because I'm actually going to be doing a video where I think we have disagreements on. So it'll be fun. Not everybody I talk to, I don't know anybody that agrees with me 100%. And now that I could go live, I plan on bringing on John Turk. He had agreed, and then I had to cancel on him. He was Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. If you're a gamer, he's the Sub-Zero guy. They use real men and they animate them. And he has a powerful testimony, powerful conversion story, and experience with the demonic. So that's going to be a great interview. Can't wait to set that up. And also, David L. Gray invited me on his show for a live stream. We're going to do that May 7th. And he said he wants to talk about my conversion to the Catholic faith and get my insights on why Catholics become evangelicals. And, he thought I had some insight. So that was interesting to know, And then he wants to get my thoughts on Donald Trump, 2016, 2020, and 2024. So I'm like, bro, I could talk about these two subjects forever. So you're going to have to monitor me and, tell me if I'm talking too much. I said, you picked my 2 favorite subjects, religion and politics. So that'll be fun. That'll be May 7th, and that'll be live stream on his channel. We're going to do that at 5 o'clock. So if you want to subscribe to David L. Gray, and again, I don't agree with anybody 100%. I'm sure there's things, what I've seen of David Gray, I like, and I actually just bought one of his books on Freemasonry, which I can't put down. It's so interesting. But I'm sure there's things we disagree with, I have people, I've had Timothy Gordon live, and I know I disagree with him a lot. But we're all Catholics. We all love the Lord, and we love the church, and we dialogue. So check that out, and just stay Catholic. God bless. I'm starting to drive fast now. It's getting dangerous.